my dear students, hope you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIBS Home School. This is Emdadul, Assistant Teacher of Mathematics, National Daily Nutrition School, Deshi. Dear students, today I am going to conduct a math class of class 7. Our today's topic is exercise 2.1, question 10 and 16. These two questions I will solve in our today's class. These are two word problems. Okay, dear students, and question 15 of exercise 2.1. That is your given for your homework. This is your homework number 24. Okay, dear students, you will do your homework properly and you will submit timely. Dear students, let us see at first our today's question 10. Then we are going to solve question 10 at first. Question 10. Shobuj, Dalim and Lincoln are three brothers. Their father has divided Taka 6,300 amongst them. Thus, Shobuj gets 3 by 5 parts of Dalim and Dalim gets double of Lincoln. Find how much each of them have got. Dear students, it means that the ratio of the money of Shobuj and Dalim, that is 3:5, and ratio of the money of Dalim and Lincoln, that is 2:1, that is given. The students, from this we need to determine the amount of money of each person when the total amount is given, that is 6,300. Okay, dear students, so let us see how can we solve. The students, to solve this question, at first we have to determine the successive ratio of the money of Shobuj, Dalim and Lincoln. So we can write here given Shobuj gets Shobuj gets 3 by 5 parts of Dalim. That is, we can write here, it means that the ratio of the money of Shobuj and Dalim is 3:5, as every fraction is a ratio. And another information given here. What is another information here? Another information is, what is another information? Another information is Dalim gets double of Lincoln. Dalim gets double of Lincoln. So we can write the ratio of the money of Dalim and Lincoln. This will be, Dalim gets double of Lincoln. So if Dalim gets 2, then Lincoln will get 1. Now here are three persons. One is Shobuj, another is Dalim, and the last one is Lincoln. Dear students, to divide the money among these persons, we have to determine the successive ratio of these two ratio. To determine the successive ratio of these two ratio, we can multiply both the ratio. At first ratio we have to multiply by 2. It means we have to multiply the Dalim. We have to multiply the quantity of Dalim. We have to multiply the first ratio by the second by the quantity of the second ratio. So we can write here 3:5, then multiply by 2, and we can write here in another way, we can multiply both the quantities here separately. 5 into 2. So we have to multiply second ratio, 2:1 by 5. 1 into 5. Now see, this will be 3 2s are 6 and this will be 5 2s are 10. Now this is 5 2s are 10 and 1 5s are 5. Dear students, here see, quantity of Dalim is same in both the ratios. So we can write the successive ratio of Shobuz, Dalim and Lincoln. So we can write here, so the ratio of the money of Shobuz, Dalim and Lincoln equal to 6:10:5. So now we need to determine the sum of the quantities of the ratio. We can write here now sum of the quantities of the ratio, sum of the quantities of the ratio equal to 6 plus 10 plus 5. This is the sum of the quantity of the ratio. This means 6 plus 10, 16 and 5, that is 21. Now we can divide the money, total money among these three persons. We can write here, therefore Shobuz will get as we are determining Shobuz, so we have to write the quantity of Shobuz in the numerator and we have to write the sum of the quantity in the denominator of the total quantity, that is Taka 6300. Now if we calculate here, what will we get? We will get here, we can cut this by 21, we will get here 300, we will get here 300. Now if we multiply, this will be Taka 6 3s are 18, 1800. Okay, now we can determine Dalim will get that is equal to, we have to write the quantity of Dalim in the numerator 10 and we have to write the total sum of the quantity in the denominator of the total amount 6300. So if we cut, we will get here 300, so we will get here Taka 3000, and last one Lincoln will get how much? So amount of Lincoln, we have to write the quantity of Lincoln in the numerator and total sum of the quantity in the denominator of the total amount. Total amount is 6300. So if we cut, we will get here 300. Now multiply, you will get Taka 5 3s are 15, 1500. So I think we have determined the value, determined the money of Shobuz, Dalim and Lincoln. What is our question? Find how much money, here will be how much money each of them have got. So I have determined the amount of 3. So we can write the answer of this question, that is Taka 1800, Taka 3000 and last one Taka 1500. So Shobuz will get 1800 Taka, Dalim will get 3000 Taka and Lincoln will get 1500 Taka. Okay dear students, I hope you have understood the solution of question 10. Now I will solve question 16. Okay, dear students, question 16. Read the question. The ratio of income of Sulaiman and Salman is 5:7. The ratio of income of Salman and Yusuf is 4:5. If the income of Sulaiman is taka 120, what is the income of Yusuf? Dear students, in the previous question total amount given, but in this question total amount is not given. Income of one person is given. So we can solve this question in the similar way of the previous one, and in another way also. We can write the solution here. Solution. You can solve at first converting this to ratio 4:5 and 5:7 into successive ratio. You can determine the income of Yusuf, but we can solve in another way, as I have shown the first way in the question 10. So I will not show that one in question 16. I will show the another way. So at first we can solve the amount of or the income of Sulaiman. Income of Sulaiman is given. We need to determine the income of Salman. At first we have to determine the income of Salman. We can determine the income of Salman, then we can, from that we can determine the income of Yusuf. So we can write given the ratio of the income of Sulaiman and Salman is 5:7. 5:7. And the ratio of the income of Salman and Yusuf is 4:5. This is given. Here first ratio is Sulaiman and Salman. What is given here? Given here Sulaiman, income of Sulaiman is given. As Sulaiman is given here, Sulaiman and Salman. As Sulaiman is given, so we can determine the income of Salman. So we can write, and another information given, that is another information is, we can write here the income of Sulaiman. Sulaiman is taka, income of Sulaiman is taka 120. Here is given the income of Sulaiman is taka 120. So we can determine the income of Salman. Therefore the income of Salman, as we need to determine the income of Salman, so we can write here Salman in the numerator. Salman in the numerator. Here Salman is, here quantity Salman is 7, Sulaiman is 5 of the total amount of Sulaiman. That is equal to, if we cut by 5, we will get 2 times, then 4 times. So now we can multiply this by 7. We will get here 7 4s are 28, 7 2s are 14 and 2, 14 and 2, 16, 168 taka. This is the income of Salman. Now we can compare Salman and Yusuf, and we can determine the amount of Yusuf. So we can write here as, now or again we can write here again the income of Yusuf. That will be equal to, as we need to determine Yusuf, so we have to write the Yusuf in the numerator and Salman is given, so we have to write the quantity of Salman in the denominator. Of the total amount of Salman, that is 168. So we can divide by 4 times, then 2 times 42. So we can write here multiplying 5 2s are 10, 5 4s are 20 and 21, that is 210. So income of Yusuf will be 210 taka. We can write, therefore the income of Yusuf is taka 210. Dear students, this is the answer of question 16. I hope you have understood the solution of question 16. I hope you have understood the solution of question 16 and you can write answer taka 220, or income of Yusuf is taka 220. Dear students, keep practicing this, keep practicing at home, avoid by your parents, stay home, stay safe, see you again. Till then, assalamu alaikum.